She was pushing a broken food truck uphill, alone. No crew, no help, just determination. A tired mechanic saw her struggling and jumped in to help, not knowing this struggling cook was actually the CEO of a global food empire, undercover. And what she did for him later, no one in town could have imagined. It was a cloudy morning in the small town of Rahatville. Tommy Rivers wiped his greasy hands on an old rag, stepping out of his garage for a breath of fresh air. The scent of motor oil clung to him like a badge of honor. Just as he was locking up, he noticed something odd. A brightly colored food truck, stuck halfway up Maple Hill, its hazard lights blinking. Behind it, a woman was pushing with all her strength, her face strained, hair tucked under a cap. Tommy didn't think twice. He dropped his keys in his pocket and ran across the road. "Need a hand?" he asked, already positioning himself beside her. The woman looked surprised but nodded. "That would be great. The engine died and I need to make it to the top." Together they pushed, inch by inch, foot by foot. The truck groaned. The woman introduced herself as Elena. No last name, just Elena. She mentioned she'd just moved through town to test her recipes. When they reached the top, she breathed a heavy sigh of relief. "I owe you," she smiled. Tommy just shook his head. "Helping's free around here," he said. "Good luck with your truck." Tommy went back to work. A few hours later, the scent of sizzling onions filled the air. Elena had parked her truck in the town square, cooking and serving tacos to curious locals. After fixing a customer's car, Tommy wandered over. "Thought I'd see if your food's as good as your determination." She laughed. "Try the green salsa. It bites back." As he ate, they talked. She said she traveled around in her truck, testing menus, talking to people. He told her about his late father, who ran the garage before him. They shared stories over quesadillas, and for the first time in years, Tommy felt seen. The food was amazing, but the conversation was better. "You ever think of opening your own place?" he asked. She paused. "Maybe, when the time's right." By the end of the week, Elena was gone. Her truck vanished just as quietly as it came. No goodbye, no note. Tommy felt the absence more than he expected. Days turned to weeks. Winter crept in. Business was slow. One afternoon, a man in a black suit walked into Tommy's garage. "You're Mr. Rivers?" "Yeah." The man handed him a sealed envelope with a gold logo embossed on it. Moralez Global Kitchens. Tommy blinked. He'd seen that logo once, on a box Elena used. He opened the envelope. A letter, a thank you, and a plane ticket. Tommy stood inside a glass building in New York City, surrounded by executive chefs, food critics, and camera crews. Everything gleamed. Then she walked in. Not in her food truck cap and apron, but in a sleek navy suit, heels clicking confidently. "Ladies and gentlemen," said a host, "meet the visionary behind Moralez Global Kitchens, Elena Moralez." Tommy's jaw dropped. After the ceremony, she found him. "I needed to see if kindness still existed," she said. "Not everyone helps a stranger push a truck uphill. You didn't know who I was, but you helped anyway." Tommy could only nod, stunned. "I'm opening a flagship restaurant in Rahatville, and I want you on the team, not in the kitchen, running the operations with your hands, your heart, and your name." 6 months later, Rahatville was buzzing. The once quiet town square now glowed with lights from Elena's bistro. Locals filled the restaurant, and tourists came in droves. Tommy, now in a crisp shirt, stood at the front with Elena, greeting guests. He still fixed cars on weekends, but during the week he managed the newest location of a global food empire. Kids ran around. Elderly couples laughed over fresh tamales. Life was fuller, richer. As the sun set over Maple Hill, Elena nudged him. "You ever think one push could change a life?" Tommy smiled. "Turns out it changed too."